Hi, this is Monica from Huckleberry Mountain Botanical School of Herbalism, and I'm here
every time.
I'm here with Lindy. I don't know. We're going to figure this out one day. We really are. Can you get us set up on the Prepared Homestead?
Yes.
Okay, so today we had a really fun day with fellow herbal women coming over and just hanging out, talking about herbs. And our subject today was mullein, which is ready to harvest at any time right now. Not only the flowers, but the leaves of the first year plant. Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I was walking through my herb garden this evening looking for some things to harvest, I bumped into a beautiful mullein plant that had been kind of hiding underneath some other things. So I have these beautiful, large first year mullein leaves, which was pretty awesome. I literally hadn't seen it before. I have a couple other mullein plants that are growing that are in their second year. So they're, coming up and they've got the flower stalks and all of that. But when you're talking about leaves, you want to be taking from that first year. If you want to learn more about mullein, my herb a month is only $5 a month. And this is, mullein is the herb this month, where I talk about different ways to use mullein and recipes and all that kind of stuff. It's a really nice, inexpensive way to get some access to mullein. So, to herbal stuff. I'm trying to figure out what happened to Lindy. I'm getting distracted.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so today though, we are going to make some onion soup. It's more like dip mix is what it is. So you can, if you choose. Hi, Teresa. Jinx. Oh, darn it, you beat me. Anyway, you can put beef granules in this if you want to. We are not going to. Oh, hi, Joanna. I don't know that we've ever met. Well, met. Hello and welcome. Yeah. So anyway, today's recipe is super easy. And if you can, make it with us tonight, because tomorrow we're going to make a recipe using this. So, we'll be using some wild greens, some lamb's quarters, along with probably some mallow leaves, some Malva neglecta, because we have a ton of that growing out there.
Yes.
And it can cook up similar to spinach as well. And we'll be using our dip we make tonight to make a delicious spinach type dip. Shamra! Hi, Shamra! So nice to see you. We got to see you today, and now we're seeing you this evening. It's so nice. Glad you joined us. All right, so if you dehydrate your own things, all the better. If you don't, that's okay. Just go out and purchase some dried things that you can make this dip mix yourself. We are going to use, what are we using? Onion
flakes.
Dried onion flakes.
There, yeah.
Onion powder, garlic powder. And yes, you can do it yourself, because you can dehydrate the garlic, grind it up, and make the powder all by yourself. Yep. We're also using black pepper and then some celery seed or some lovage seed. Either one is fine. And even if you don't have the seed, feel free to replace it with some lovage leaves that are dried, and you can put them in here, or celery leaves. Either one would be fine, because it brings in that flavor and that taste. All right. I always say this is so easy.
The easiest thing ever. This is
seriously. We say this about everything, though.
Well, because everything's easy.
Everything's easy. Herbalism is easy. It's introducing herbs into your life is simple and easy. And it need not be complicated.
Especially spice mixes. And this is something that will last pretty much forever. You can have in little baggies, and you can use it whenever you want, and it makes things faster.
Yes, but now I'm going to correct you.
Oh, no.
So sorry. It doesn't last forever.
Well, not forever.
Because the smell and the taste will go away over time. And we like to keep them in small jars, and you can even get those sprinkle tops. I wish I had one with me right here. But they're cute little sprinkle tops, and you can just, exactly.
So you'd say maybe a couple months then?
Yeah, I would use it within 6 months.
6 months.
I would say 6 months.
That's still a very long time.
It's a long time. And depending on how much you make. Easier. Yeah, I mean, our dill dip mix, we use that stuff like it's going out of style. We really do.
But
and that did last a long time.
That lasted us what?
Even with the flavor, years.
4 years. 4 years. This bag of dill mix.
So It can last. It depends
last a long
on,
time.
you know, what, you know, but the flavor really did keep in that dill mix. And if you
It
didn't
did.
watch that, go back,
Mhm.
go to our YouTube channel or to our free herbal content on academy.huckleberrybotanicals.com. Sign up for our free content. Yes, it is free. Someone said it's not free. You require an email address. You have to have an email address to sign in. It is free. There's no money involved.
That's for your own benefit because you have to have an account to get in.
Right.
So
it's free. Yeah. So go in there and look at that that recipe, because that dill mix recipe, it's a dip. It can go on fish. Oh my goodness, we put it on so many things. Yeah, it's delicious.
And the thing is with making, this is an onion soup mix, but you don't have to just use it for onion soup.
No.
You can use it to flavor anything you want. You can stick it in some quinoa or rice or dip or make soup out of it.
Or put it on your beef.
Yeah, I mean,
to flavor it. Anything. I mean, these things are awesome, which is why tomorrow we're sharing a recipe where you actually can use this. Okay, so let's start talking about what we're going to do here. We have 1 cup of the dried onion flakes. So these are, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actual flakes that have been now fingered. Okay, fingered onion flakes. All right, and then we're going to do, what is it? 2 teaspoons
of onion powder. And then 2 teaspoons of garlic powder.
Garlic powder. Again, you can powder your own. You can even powder your own onion stuff if you want to. Then we're putting in half a teaspoon
black pepper.
Half a teaspoon of celery seed. We're missing the parsley.
We are missing the parsley.
We're going to do a teaspoon. One of the things I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just going to show them, because this thing, I bought this years and years ago. So many years ago. But what I do is I just refill it with either parsley I pull from my garden or parsley that I purchase dried, and just keep using this container because it sits by my stove and we go through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
1 teaspoon of parsley.
Yes. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of salt. And like I said, if you really want to, and you want to do the beefy onion, you can. Just add some beef bouillon in here. We're not doing that.
And you would add 1/4 to 1/2 cup of beef bouillon granules.
Yeah. You could do the paste, but it's not gonna be as dry. So what I would do if I were you, if you wanted to replace a beefy onion soup, then remove like 5 tablespoons of this mix and mix that in with some paste and use that immediately, so you're not.
Well, because with the moisture, I'm sure it makes it go bad faster.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You can use the granules because they are dry, and just make sure that they're kind of blended up a little bit and poured in.
Yeah.
Honey, you can't stand on your tippy toes. It makes me look extra short.
Oh, sorry.
I'm already only 5'2", and then I'm standing next to a person who's 5'3", who's making herself like 5'7".
5'3".
But you're making yourself 5'7".
Really?
All right.
Maybe.
That's good. So this mix, use about 5 tablespoons. If you're trying to replace a recipe where it calls for onion soup mix, about 5 tablespoons of this will replace that recipe.
Well, one of those packets.
1 packet. Yeah, so if it calls for 2, then obviously you'll need 2. But it's a really nice, easy recipe to make that can replace that store-bought stuff that doesn't always have all the ingredients that you want to be having in your food.
Knows what's in those things.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There's usually fillers. There's stuff to keep it from sticking. There's stuff to, thicken. Yeah. There's a lot of odd words in a lot of those envelopes. Blends. So this is a nice way to be able to bring in healthy herbs without any of those additives, without any of that extra stuff, and then use that to create a lot of different recipes.
Yeah, and you can basically make your own little packets with this if you want to. You get little baggies and put 5 tablespoons in it. Make sure to label it because you will not remember what it is, trust me. and you can just grab it. You don't even have to measure. So it's the same as the packets, except it's homemade and you know every ingredient that's in there.
Yeah, and talk about great gift packets. You know, if you're trying to do a gift basket for friends where you're putting some herbal things in, you could put some dip mixes, you could put some homemade salves, some balms, maybe a bath blend, or just fun things. But some of them can be cooking, some of them can be body care products, some of them can be teas or whatever. I mean, this is a really great, easy recipe to do that you can share with other people, and share a recipe that they can, you know, use this in.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Oh, and spice mixes. So these kinds of mixes, and bless you.
Thank you.
And herbal sprinkles are things that I cover. Where do I cover them? In 105. 105, which Herbal Preparations 105 is getting released December 1st.
December 1st.
Everything's coming out this year. December 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're releasing 102 September 1st. October, November, December.
November, yes.
Yes, I'm right. You're wrong.
Yeah, I am wrong.
Yeah. So anyway, this will be maybe not this specific recipe because I already shared it, but lots of different recipes that I'll be sharing in 105 about spice blends and herbal sprinkles that you can put on your food.
It's like a more culinary.
Yes, it is. So definitely, if you're interested in learning different spice blends, and you know, the herbal sprinkles are things that you can put on your yogurts and cereals and things like that that just enhance
what?
Enhance nutrition
and incorporate herbs into your everyday life in a very practical way.
Yes.
So you don't have to sit around and be taking tinctures every 2 hours and you know, taking herbal baths, although I would recommend that.
Totally.
But you can eat it with your yogurt or put it in a smoothie, or, you know.
Yes. And smoothies, that's a great way to bring in herbs. So I'll probably be doing that in the next week or two.
I mean, honestly, you can put some freaky stuff in a smoothies and it
still tastes good.
As long as you put some bananas in there.
Exactly. That adds that nice sweetness.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that is it for tonight. Join us tomorrow. And if you have the ingredients, make this so that tomorrow you can join us and learn how to make this really fun spinach and wild greens dip that you can serve with like a sourdough bread or whatever. Okay. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, health and joy. Bye.